A classic granny square begins by making a ring, either of 4 chain stitches or 6. I'm going to do 4. You use a slip stitch to join the beginning and the end of the chain stitches together to form this ring. It's quite small, but you should be able to find the centre of the ring if you wiggle it around a bit. The first round is started by making 3 chain stitches. Following the 3 chain stitches, you want to work into the ring and make 2 treble stitches. So there's the first and then the second, working always into the centre of the ring. The 3 chain stitches and these 2 trebles form your first cluster. Next, you're going to make a corner by doing 2 chain stitches. Following the chain stitches, you then do 3 treble stitches into the centre of the ring. This will make your second cluster. Always work into the ring. So we've made a cluster, then the corner, and then the second cluster. By doing 2 more chain stitches, we're making the second corner, and then work 3 more trebles to form the third cluster. We're working around the ring to form a square. So 3 trebles. We've got 2 corners now. And as you can see, I've worked 4 clusters now. To make the final corner, do 2 chains and slip stitch to join it together into the third of the 3 original initial chains. As you can see, you've got the 4 corners and the 4 clusters. To change colour, cut the yarn and draw it through the loop on your hook using the hook and pull tight. This end can be weaved in later. So just to show you again, you've got the 4 sets of clusters and the 4 spaces making the corners. Your second round will be worked into one of these chain space corners. So using the second yarn, loop it on your hook and fix it to one of the chain corners with a slip stitch. Secure, pulling tightly, make 3 stitches, 3 chain stitches, and then work 2 trebles. 1, 2. Two chain stitches, and then into the same chain space, the same chain corner as I'm showing, work 3 more treble stitches. This makes the first corner of your second round. All of the stitches that I've done so far, all the trebles, have been worked into this same chain space from the round below. So as you can see, to get to the next chain space, I want to do one chain stitch and then 3 trebles into the next available 2 chain space from the row below, so the round below. So here I am working the 3 trebles. I do 2 chain stitches to form my corner space, and then another 3 trebles into the same space. Oh, caught the yarn there, just pull that off. Okay, so I've completed my second corner now. I do 1 chain and continue. I work along until I've done all 4 corners, and then I slip stitch as I did before into the top of the 3 chains that I did initially. Cut the yarn, pull it through the loop with my hook and pull tightly. I've now got 4 2 chain corners spaces and 1 chain side space. The third round is joined as I did before and worked in the same way. 3 chains stitches followed by 2 trebles, 2 chain stitches, and then 3 trebles into the same corner 2 chain space. In the third round there are also side spaces. So I've done 1 corner there. I do need to close it off, so I'll just do that in a second. So closing those trebles off, I do 1 chain and then I work 3 trebles into the side space as shown. And then I want to get to the next corner. I do 1 chain and I work 3 trebles, 2 chain, 3 trebles to make the corner. So I'm having to do corners and sides now. And I'll work around until I get to the end and join it with a slip stitch as before into the top of the 3 chain stitches that I initially did. Cutting the yarn and drawing it through, unless I want to continue with the same yarn. They can be quite addictive once you get going, so be warned.